Well, hello there, Virgo. Welcome to Private Readings. I'm Lady J, and I'm here to talk to you about what's going on for the 5th through the 11th of January. I have a guiding card for you. The guiding card for you from the overview video is Winter Sowing. Very cool card. It speaks very much to all the fertility we bring to the table that we are working on in the winter, you know, under the cover of cold. Does that make sense? What I keep saying is like the pregnant mother that is taking care of all of the, like growing the thing in undercover when it's supposed to be quiet, when everything outside looks quiet and cold and asleep. But there's a baby growing, and there's something growing that's a big deal. And even last week we were talking about how you have a big idea. Fancy that happening in January when you're doing this. When you are clearly bringing something in from the outside. This card shows this nice lady. She's got something coming in from the outside. She's bringing it in and she's sowing it like seeds. Whoop. Yes. Lots of lady parts and things going on here. Not to be scared. Don't worry. It's very fertile. It's very beautiful and very lovely. All right. So keeping that in mind, your message, my message is for you, from my better angels and guides, is that we are definitely stepping into our confidence, okay? We are honestly owning who we are, what we're doing here, and loving it, okay? Because you're awesome. Of course you are. Ta-da! And by all means, you should feel your oats and feel confident in who you are. You had an interesting week last week. You had the great big idea that you were fleshing out and getting going and making that work. And then you discovered you couldn't ask for any advice. Okay, that's okay. But then you found out you could share your feelings. And sharing your feelings was the thing that helped you release whatever you were hanging on to and move forward. Super awesome. Love that. Which leads me to, of course, our last guiding message. And it is that we need to not help other people right now. We need to help ourselves. And if somebody asks us for help, great. If they don't ask us for help, we need to let them alone, all right? We have to let those people be on their own and do what they need to do without us getting involved. I know it's so fun to go in and touch stuff. It's not our business until they ask, all right? So that's really it, okay? Let's go ahead and look at the cards in front of me. Here we are. Here these are. We have these beautiful cards. And I neglected to shuffle the cards. My business. I didn't do my homework. I got so excited about coming back and doing more videos. I forgot to clean these up. So here we go. Father, Mother, God, star brothers and sisters, everybody, all my guides and angels, please help me help Virgo through the week of January 5th through the 11th. All right, I'm going to go ahead and bring them up to the gods. All right. Yep, there it is. All right, so now they're programmed. Ta-da! That's what I do to program them. If you were wondering what I do, that's what I do. All right. So let's talk about what's going on right now. Okay, strength. We were talking about how in the overview we discussed how there would be some feelings going on, some stuff. You might have some limiting beliefs coming up for you, whether they're ones that you gave yourself, like you told yourself, oh, I'll never do that. I'll never be able to do that. Some of us tell ourselves all kinds of interesting stories, and other people have stories that were told to them by other people, and it happens to everybody all the time. It is part of what we get to grow through. So you're growing through this situation where a limiting belief is being shattered because you're busting through something that somebody told you you couldn't do. And guess what? Yes, you can. You can do it. And it's going to be amazing. All right? So let's be good and clear and beautiful. All right? it is awesome. I love that for you. I'm going to go ahead and put this one right here. What else is going on besides you breaking through limiting beliefs? There is a lady who wants to be quite particular about how everything goes, who's going to be standing around and probably triggering a limiting belief. Oh dear. So she's going to be making you remember an old limiting belief that you've already busted through. You already busted through this thing. This is okay. You're grown up. You handled it. You're better than that limiting belief, but she's going to remind you about it because she's so particular about how she likes things, and it's so hard to make people happy. Oh. So yeah, she's making it hard for you to make her happy. Wow. Really? Ooh, difficult situation. There are options on the table. You have opportunities and options here. You may choose differently. You don't always have to hang out there if you don't want to. You can make a different arrangement that will help you move forward, okay? So look at your options, figure out what your dreams and goals are. And if what the goal is something that can be remedied by changing a location, then maybe you need to change location, right? And that way, whatever prior rules and regulations existed may not exist anymore because you've changed location, right? So this person doesn't always have to be completely in charge of the situation, like they say. But yeah, it could be a weird situation. Be aware you have options, all right? Options will be revealed, and you will be able to make a decision based on the new options, all right? Now then, the High Priestess is here, showing that you're not able to use your gut. Your gut is going to be off at this time, so your intuition will not help you decide whether or not you can, how to decide here. You're going to have to look out somewhere else, all right? There will be something that you were thinking about letting go, but no, you can't let it go yet. Whatever that is, you can't let it go. Don't let it go yet. It's not time. Whatever this is, it could be physical stuff, a way of thinking, a relationship, or even a job. Whatever it is, you're not letting it go yet. You're just setting it aside for now. You don't have to go touch it and fiddle with it. You just kind of let it go. Let it be what it is without releasing it. You know what I'm saying? And the Sun, showing that there's nothing new going on here. You're not learning anything new. Nothing new fantastical stuff is happening. You're just working through, okay? I think you're going to stay status quo while you look at these options and are working through your stuff here. So it doesn't appear that anything over here is new, that you have to learn anything new, really. But this person's very exacting about what they want, and you have options as to whether or not you deal with it, okay? We are going to be fighting for your ideas, so you will be standing up for what you want because you're a grown-up. You can do that, and I like that for you. That's great. Interestingly, once you're done fighting for your ideas, you are, in fact, going to be able to lead yourself to victory and your people, so your Six of Wands is able to share your ideas and get where you want to go. So this is great. This person, I feel like this person's backing down, and you're going to get your way because you basically have said, if this has to do with like taking care of people, other little people, and you're like, I have a strict schedule. It's like, what if we just do something else instead of the strict schedule? Okay? I will keep them alive and fed. Don't freak out so much if the schedule is off, all right? And then I'll hand them back, and then you can do whatever you want. You're like, okay. So you've been given a blessing to do what you want to do instead of the strict schedule. You've promised to return them with all their arms and legs. Perfect. Awesome. Now it's time to get to work, okay? Eight of Pentacles shows me that, okay, now you get to work. It's going to be great. So you are getting what you want in this situation. I think that is pretty good. I think you've done a really good job of just laying it out and saying, hey, I realize you have a book for how to take care of this, but I really don't want to read the book. And I'm not going to read the book because I'm pretty good at what I'm doing here. I've done this before and nobody died. So I will return them to you alive and whole. Don't freak out, but I'm not going to go by the book. All right? And that's all you're doing is making it clear you're not going to go by the book, and that's okay. It's okay to make up new opportunities. It's actually kind of fun. So, brilliant. Good for you. Don't take any more BS from anyone else. Let's get you a card. All right. So, yes, we're going to go ahead. Whoop, I'm going backwards now. That's fun. As if I know what I'm doing here. Bah. Okay, so let's get you a card. That's the one. All right. Perfect. So let's see what we have. Ooh, love. Love, love, love. Awesome. This card is so beautiful. It has the three sisters, and they're, you know, there's the maiden, the ingenue, and the crone. All three are here, the three sisters as typical. And they're recognizing the link between them in their ages and their processes, and it's beautiful and lovely, and it's pure love of all three generations, right? And this is about generational love and what we have to offer each of the generations and how we're all connected and we're all part of the same deal. And the same message from two different people can be received differently from the two different people. It's very interesting how that happens. So be aware of who you are and where you land on this particular little thing and what's going on with you. And be aware that your version of the message might be better heard than the others, all right? It doesn't make them wrong. It doesn't make them bad. It doesn't make anything. It just means they hear you, okay? Cool. So we're going to go ahead and set this card over here. Perfect. Love that. Let's get you a pocket full of rocks. Okay, so cool. So we have Mangano, Aventurine, and Sapphire. Ooh, fabulous. So Mangano is a marshmallow hug of pink calcite, and that pink calcite is it's a fourth chakra stone. It's very much a heart stone, and it's like your spirit guides are giving you a hug. All right, so they are like listening, they're appreciating, and they're saying you're on the right path, you're doing the right things, and we love you, love, love, love you. Aventurine is about your higher heart. It's a higher heart stone, so I'd actually put them like this, but it's like so close together. But the higher heart is all about staying in balance and healing yourself as you go, and remembering that you are indeed having the ability to remember what your higher heart wants versus what your earthbound heart wants, and making sure that you're working on remembering how to hear that, right? You want to be able to hear that properly and make sure that everything is in proper communication with you, all right? So you may find that the things you're working on, the choices you're working on, and the things you're fighting for come from your higher heart more so than they do from the earth plane. This isn't about, this is like a soul decision here. This is your soul speaking to you from your higher heart. Nice. Sapphire is a connection between your throat and your third eye. So whatever you see, you're being able to communicate what your third eye, your psychic eye is seeing. Will help you be able to see it clearly and understand and decipher when you're seeing good stuff and negative stuff that you need to decipher and work through. And when you do work through it, you'll be able to, number one, you'll be able to see it and know it to be BS, all right? But then you'll be able to communicate clearly what you see with the mushy Mangano here, pink calcite, giving you loving words to say, all right? We want you to communicate, but in a loving way, because you're going to get what you want over here, and it's going to be great. So when you're communicating, remember to use your vision to realize what they're fighting about. What are they worried about? What are they afraid of, right? It's their fears that we need to quell by letting them know that no one's ever died before because they had Fruit Loops on ice cream at dinner, you know? Nobody died. Everything is fine. It's good. So you're going to be great. Everything is fine. I'm going to put these stones down right here. And you're going to do so good. Standing up for yourself. It's going to be great. Okay, so you don't have to carry those stones if you don't want to. But if you want to, let me know how it goes. If you want to carry something else, let me know what you're carrying and how that goes. It will be super fun to have that conversation with you about that. I would appreciate it so much. I would like to converse with you about pretty much anything. If you want to write to me about what's going on the rest of your day or how this reading helped you or didn't, please let me know. If you haven't liked and subscribed, please do so. It really helps the channel grow, and I really appreciate all of that. You guys matter so much to me. I mean, I think I've met most of you in person at some point at Faire, and I couldn't be any happier. I love you guys so much. Come on back out. I can't wait to see you again at the Faire. It's exciting to me to see who you are, what you got going on. Your beautiful costumes blow me away all the time. And we will see you at the Faire. Thank you.